Oh,
There we go. What's up, Hwanni?
Oh,
oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we're
yeah, I can
echoing though.
hear you, silly goose.
Oh, okay. Finally.
There we go.
This is not my computer, so.
Is it NesTea's? Is that who you're blaming?
No, the coaches. I am coach.
Ah, it's the coach's fault. So, first of all,
Because we only have one mic. I don't know why.
gotcha. And can you turn the stream down just a little bit? You're echoing into it. Like I can hear myself talk.
Hwanni, when you guys talk into the microphone, just put your mouths really close together. Just
I'll try.
for the photo opportunity.
All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and start this. We'll just have to deal with the audio issues for now. But first off, thanks for coming on, guys. I know it's really early over there, like 9 a.m. or something. And I just want to start off this with NesTea. We talked about the arena is starting the show off, and the Muslim, of course, was probably one of the biggest upsets of the tournament. Of course, the Muslim beating NesTea, and I want to get his thoughts on that and really how he feels about it now after the tournament's over.
Well, I didn't have any information about the Muslim, but when I was playing against him, he was playing really good, and I lost a game against him. So next time when I face him, I'll try to beat him. Play a revenge match against him. That's all he says.
What are his thoughts on everyone? Because I think this kind of attributed to the fact that everyone is saying that NesTea's been in a slump as of late. What does he feel about that, and does he feel that he's actually in one right now?
The big dumb white one wants to know.
Okay, well, the thing is, whenever he goes out abroad, he can't actually go to sleep. There's a really hard time he's having whenever he flies around the world, especially he only been to States. Yeah. And if you guys know that NesTea has never fallen into a Code A. I mean, he's I think the only player who's ever been Code A so long time, and without falling into Code S or Code B, you know. So he did not lose quite a lot of game in Korea, but whenever he goes abroad, and there's always trouble where he can't not sleep. So it really hurts him.
Well, what's his answer to that, right? Like, is he gonna just? I mean, if the question is he's slumping, right? So I mean, in Korea he has been consistent. He's been playing amazing, obviously. Mm-hmm. But right now, a big subject is if you want to win money, you go outside of Korea, right? Korea is the hardest tournament, and it's monthly, whereas there's giant tournaments that take place over a weekend. So does NesTea plan on? I mean, does he have answers to that? Get inside the mind of a top tier competitive Korean. What do they think?
Well, he's already won 3 times GSL, and right now he never won anything outside of Korea. Mm-hmm. The farthest he got was he was telling me that BlizzCon second place. That was the farthest he got, and he's trying to challenge himself to actually win something more. You know, if you're a player, you need to win something more. So he likes the challenge where he can go outside in front of foreign fans and play there and try to win something there. That's his challenge, and he would like to really compete with other people.
Yeah. Does he, in his mind, are the foreigner tournaments more important to him now than GSL?
Well, he feels all the competitions are same. I mean, basically, if you're a player, you need to win everything. So he feels everything is important to him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jumping back to the arena some. What were his thoughts just on the event in general, and did he enjoy his time there at the event and also in New York?
Okay, well, it feels like New York was a great place to go. Basically, there's a lot to shop and a lot to eat. It's a big city. It feels really great to be there. About the arena, it's kind of awkward playing a tournament without any fans. That was the first thing. And also, really interesting what NesTea said was that he has to see his keyboards whenever he plays a game.
Oh,
but
so it was too dark.
Yeah, he has to look at his keyboard, and while he's playing game, but it was a little bit too dark, so he couldn't see his keyboard well. But it's kind of interesting, really.
You
But
know,
anyway,
Hwanni, they actually Naniwa or someone else complained about the lights being too bright. So I think it was MLG's intention to have those lights on, right, JP?
Well,
I don't know.
sitting at the actual the two main stations, the
Yeah.
lights were turned down when the games were going on. Yeah, but I think maybe that NesTea might be referring to the ones that were played on the side stage or whatever. There's no lights above those, so it's always going to be dark over there.
No.
So might just be kind of a case-to-case issue with players. But Jeff, I know you had a question for him regarding MLG.
So, through MLG Providence and the tournament leading up until Providence, and now at the arena, NesTea and Naniwa have kind of created this rivalry, and I kind of got the sense that back in November it was much more heated and less friendly, and then here at the arena it was more friendly. So if NesTea could speak to what he feels when he plays against Naniwa, if he feels like he's a good opponent, or if he's trying harder against him because of their history, or if they've forgiven and made up, and just if you could talk about that.
well, I met him in Providence and did not really like him there, and was very mad about it. And after that, we had the Blizz Cup issues, where Nania just threw his probes and stuff like that, and he did not like those kind of things. Really, he did not like it. And but we met in a same plane when we were going to New York, and we were talking a little bit more. I mean, Nania made. Nania came up to me. He's like, "Will NesTea hit me?" He asked me. I'm like, "No, don't worry about it." But anyway, everything went pretty fine, and it seems like when they were playing in New York, it was very in a very nice mood. I mean, they played each other really hard, and basically after Nania won, they just smiled and said GG each other, and that was it. I mean, and about the skill wise, Nania is really good, and I feel like whenever I'm trying to do like some harassment or some psychological things on him, but he does not actually care. He just stays on his play. He does not care what his opponents do. You know, he's very firm and very good player. And I do really think that he's a really skilled player.
I do want to mention the fact if you guys have questions for NesTea, go ahead and start tweeting them at me. We're not going to do Skype call-ins or anything like that, but we still have a bunch to ask, so we'll get to those in just a little bit. Kind of moving away from the MLG arena, I want to pick NesTea's brain and just ask him, who does he feel like the best players in the world right now are for each respective race?
For Zerg, it would be DRG, and for Terran, it would be MMA or MVP, those two. And for Protoss, he said MC.
What about foreigner-wise?
Safe.
Can you do the same thing for foreigners?
Stefano would be the one.
He's
the
just
best
the best
foreigner.
foreigner? Okay.
Yes.
What about cats?
What about who?
Exactly.
Perfect.
So
Thanks,
I wanted to
Hwanni.
ask.
Sorry.
I want to ask NesTea about tournament preparation. Like, it's very different. We were just talking about how kind of at MLG Arena there was a lot more cheese and a lot of players had more set builds. When NesTea is preparing for like a GSL finals, does he go map by map? This is what I'm doing on that map, or is he more player centric? Like I know he likes to do this, so I'll do this counter. And does he go into it with a set build, or does he go into it more like flexible and with style, as opposed to this is exactly what I will do for the first 20 minutes of that game?
Well, whenever whenever he practices for his next match for GSL, he analyzes the opponent first, and then he prepares a strat or anything, build orders, anything against him, and then he goes out and play. That's how he prepares. But sometimes, when he goes to the GSL studio, he feels like he needs to change the build order. But whenever he changes some strat or build orders, it messes up the game. So.
Okay. NesTea is also one of the older pro gamers. So and he was also a pro gamer in Brood War, right? He's got that kind of history under his belt. So I would want to ask him, like, if he had advice for not even like up-and-coming pro gamers, but younger pro gamers in this new StarCraft 2 climate, but also just kind of as a pro gamer in general, like, if he wishes someone would go back in time and have told him something from the very beginning, what would it be? What advice would that be?
Well, I feel like I would tell him you need to be crazy about the game first. And second would be you need to have a passion more than anyone. You know? With all those like passions and being a crazy man about StarCraft 2, we might become successful. You still don't know.
Yeah.
So you just need to be crazy about it and just be passionate. Just keep on trying, you know, as hard as possible, you know. That's
Tyler and Katz, you guys kind of been quiet. Do you have any questions? Because me and Jeff could probably keep going for a while.
I can go on.
No, I'm offended.
Katz is offended. We've offended Katz.
No, Cass.
Way to go, Hwanni.
Actually, NesTea said you're a good player too.
I know,
Just-
I know. I'm just kidding, buddy. Jesus.
Hwanni, you're a bad person.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Tyler.
If he could
Huh?
give the history,
자살?
한국이랑 자살이라는 거
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
Caps. You did some ceremony against him.
Oh.
Yeah, that one. It means actually suicide in Korea.
What?
It means to commit suicide.
No, it
No,
means
no.
I'll kill you. That's what I did to him before
Yeah,
we
but
played.
in Korea, it means like I'm just gonna die myself.
Oh, really?
Cats,
Yeah,
you just better
that's
correct
what they
Hwanni when
said.
it's Korean.
Oh,
I'll kill
wow. So
myself.
I thought I was intimidating NesTea, but apparently apparently I was telling him I'm done. Damn
Nice.
it.
Good.
That's not good.
Good job. Tyler, your question.
if NesTea could tell us like a history of his opinion on foreigner skill, like starting from when StarCraft 2 first came out up to now, like how his opinion has changed.
When I first won the GSL, I never thought foreigners are any good. They weren't very good with the skill-wise and anything. But nowadays, I feel like, I mean, they almost caught up, all the Koreans, and I don't see any like skill difference between Koreans and foreigners anymore. I see like Thorzans and the Muslim also, like Greg, of course, Hydra and Huck and Nanua. There are so many good players just sitting down and playing and practicing, and I feel there's no difference between foreigners and Koreans anymore.
Before we go on to the next question, Hwanni, can you restart your webcam on Skype? Just click the little camera-looking icon, and then click it again so we can get some motion going in you guys instead of just a still image. But moving on, the next question I want to ask is, does he feel like StarCraft 2 right now has reached a skill cap, at least for Wings of Liberty?
You mean the end of skill, almost?
Yeah, like, have we kind of reached the best that players are going to be in this expansion?
Well, I feel like it's with all some fans and also some players. Whenever we play Wings of Liberty, so basically the games. Whenever I see it, it's pretty much all same builds almost, and same styles and over. And it seems like it's almost we just reached almost the end of Wings of Liberty, and I just hope that Heart of Storm comes as soon as possible.
Oh my God.
Jeff,
That's proof.
what proof
He's
of what?
really excited about the new Zerg units.
Aren't you?
Hwanni, translate this for him. All Protoss buildings kill you in new game.
I like how he dumbed it down before even the translation.
What does that even that mean?
Tell him all
Protoss-
the Protoss buildings will kill him in Heart of the Swarm. He'll know what it means. Or he won't. He's gonna regret that it came.
Zerg buildings will kill you. Don't worry. That's what it.
He knows, man. He's got the
If it's a-
inside info, Jeff. They've
If
switched.
it's a building versus building challenge you want, NesTea, I accept. In Heart of the Swarm, we can have a...
Loser gets to pick a shirt.
There you go. It's another shirt bet.